Boo! Bet you didn't expect that, huh? Yeah, I'm totally not running off of like less than 5 hours of sleep here. Welcome to another Starbucks Saturday, everyone. Um, yeah, look around. Just look around because today, this is the last time you'll be seeing this dorm room because the summer semester is almost over. Like this next week is the last week, and like Friday, I'll be moving out. So, yeah, look forward to that. Oh, and I just realized I didn't put my jewelry on. Anyways, look forward to that. And something you should also look forward to is the fact that it's Starbucks Saturday. Yeah. I didn't get that much today because I'm like, okay, I probably need to like, spend less money. I should probably get a job soon. More on that later at the end of the video, actually. Yeah, but here what I have is, bacon and, what the fuck, Gruyere egg bites. Yeah. And for the drink, I have this one. I know the food doesn't seem that risky. Like, who doesn't like bacon? I fucking love bacon. But this, I have no idea what this is. It's Grande Tropical Butterfly Lemonade Energy Refresher. They're, what flavor is butterfly? Enlighten me, people who drink this drink. Yeah. Anyways, this is probably gonna be on the shorter side, cause I don't think I told you what work I have to do, but basically, like, so Hispanic Cinema, it assigned me this one thing for the finals. I expected it to happen since it was put on the syllabus. It was more of an inevitability. I was just really nervous to do it, so I just kept putting it off. The final thing for the class is you have to write a paper on one of 3 films that like we didn't watch in class. One of them was Anaconda, the 1997 version, not the like new version that came out like Christmas time last year. This one documentary called The Trees Have a Mother, and the one I chose, which is a movie called Bye Bye Brazil, which it's a good movie. I admit that it's really good, but I don't think it's good enough where I can write an essay about it. And you know what the fucking annoying part is? The absolute shittiest part. This is a real welcome to college moment, I guess. But guess how many pages I'm supposed to write for this? If you said 10, ding ding ding, you are correct. And I haven't even gotten 2 done yet, and it's due on Monday. Yeah, so I gotta work on that a lot today and tomorrow, and maybe even Monday. I'm probably gonna like rush it to be done Monday. I'll like get like pages 3 through 5 done, or maybe 3 through 6, I don't know. Then like 6 to 8, and then like I'll do 9, and then a part of 10, because I did the same thing on the green wall where I had to write like a 3-page essay. So for the green wall, yeah, on the 3rd page, I don't think I finished writing on the 3rd page. It wasn't a full thing because it's technically a 3-page essay, even though not the entire page is covered in words. So that 10th page, I could technically use as like, I don't know, like a shortcut or something. Um, I don't think my teacher knows this, but like, actually, I'm not gonna say it in case he watches my video. But yeah. Well, hold on. Actually, no, I'm not gonna risk it. What I did with the essay, I might have even said it in a previous video. But like, so I gotta do that. Oh yeah, right, the food. I forgot about that. Let's try these egg bites, cause like, yeah, I like literally never had these. I don't even know what a Gruyere is, so let's both find out together, shall we? Yeah. Okay, yeah, that was good. Yeah, like obviously though, cause it's eggs and bacon. Why wouldn't I find this to be good? I don't know if I said this already, but there's no dessert today because like I need to be more like cautious with the way I spend my money. So yeah. Anyways, this is pretty good, but like then again, I wasn't really taking much risks with this to begin with. Now for this. I've seen this like. Wait, hold on. Those are like boba tea bubbles? Yeah, wow. Yeah, like, I remember like when I was in high school, when like my theater troupe, like, on like Saturday practices, like when sometimes we just hung out at Starbucks, like a couple of the girls I like kind of knew ordered this. I have no idea what this is, but let's try it, yeah. Down the hatch. It's okay, yeah. I have no idea what that flavor is, to be honest. It's not as good as the other refresher I had last video. That shit was amazing. Yeah, this is perfectly fine, I guess. I still can't tell you what flavor that is. Like, maybe it's like dragon fruit or something. Or imagine it's actually like butterflies because it says tropical butterfly. What if like Starbucks employees kidnap tropical butterflies from some random island in South America and they just like grind it into the energy drink? Yeah, this is still like fine though. I'm not really looking forward to the part where I have to deal with the like boba tea bubbles. Because I don't really like those. Like, I feel like they're, like, too, like, chewy. Yeah. Anyways. My week, yeah. I feel like I've had, like, a busier week than, last time, maybe, I guess. I don't know. So, like, what happened after I turned off the recording for Starbucks Saturday episode 3? It was a week ago, so I'm having a kind of a hard time remembering right now. But what I do remember is that I had an Embrace of the Serpent presentation that Monday. That was awful. Like, what was it? The movie itself was good. It's just I had no idea how to make the presentation. I figured it out eventually. And I'm pretty sure I got a good grade on it. I think grades are, like, for that are out, actually. Let me check. Yeah, I got a 95 on that. Let's go. But yeah, that literally took me, like, just forever to make. Like, yeah, I guess maybe partially it was because, like, I don't know. Maybe I procrastinated a little bit. I tried not to. But I stayed up basically all night Sunday night. I like went to bed at 5, maybe even 5:45, I'm not sure. But then I woke up like, well, actually no, I'm having like just a hard time remembering stuff. Let's just say I went to bed at like 4:45, yeah. Yeah, I then woke up. I set an alarm to wake up really early. And I did. and I went out to get breakfast, like, because I still had some of the PowerPoint to make still, so I had to work on that. But I decided, hey, I had a psychology exam for some reason that same day, and so I just decided to treat myself and get a nice breakfast, because that's what I did with my first psychology exam. I went to Maple Street, and, yeah, this time, I went to my local, like, sweet shop. There's, like, a college sweet shop that I have, and the food itself was good. Like, I had, like, an egg sandwich or something, a coffee, which at this point I don't really remember what was in it. Like, there's a bunch of coffee flavors. I think it was, like, maybe, like, white chocolate. My memory's hazy from, like, that day. So I had that. Hold on, someone just emailed me. I'll look at that. Alright, so, what was I gonna say? Yeah, the food itself was good, but the problem is, they used AI graphics. Like, it just made it so depressing, because I was looking forward to go to that sweet shop, because it seemed cool. Waking up on, like, an early morning, getting some, like, nice, like, treats and coffee and stuff to, like, get a great start to your day. That sounds awesome. But, like, they used AI graphics, and I'll put some of them up on screen. Some of them, I'm like, okay, maybe this is a bad angle or something. Is this really AI? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I'll have to get, like, a second opinion. But then, when I was ordering, I didn't even order to a real person. I had to order on one of those, like self-ordering kiosks. So that made it even more sad, so I couldn't speak with a real person. But, like, after that, like, when I finished my order and I came up to, like, the ordering thing to wait for my coffee, egg sandwich, and, like, red velvet cookie. I don't know if I mentioned the red velvet cookie yet. I saw this fucking shit. So, yeah, as a beginning editor and graphic designer, that really pissed me off. Oh no, but I'm a small business, so I can't afford a graphic designer. One, what did you do before the AI, like, bubble, like, came around? Did you just have no posters or something? And two, you're being funded by a college, probably, because it's on campus. It's literally outside my dorm. So no way you're a struggling small business. I call bullshit. Anyways. Right, so after that day, to be honest, I forgot what I did that night. I could look on my Letterboxd, actually, see what movie I watched, because, like, that's probably what I did. Okay, so, apparently I watched Blue Beetle on July 20th. I think it was one of those movies where I just started during the night and finished, the next day. Because, like, I think I stayed up really late that day, even though, like, I literally went to bed at almost 5 the night before. I don't think that was too smart of me, but, like, maybe I just wanted to celebrate, because, I had to do the presentation and stuff, and that sucked. I don't know, to be honest. Sorry for the constant, like, notifications, by the way. My mom is trying to, like, text me about, like, a meal plan and stuff. For, like, the fall. Tuesday? I don't really remember what happened. But Wednesday, I feel like that is a really, like, just... That's when my week peaked, I feel like, and it just became the most interesting. Because on Sunday, I didn't tell you this, but, like, I kept getting a call from a number I won't say, but you know how, like, sometimes above the number there's, like, a name or something? I have been getting that same name for, like, almost 3 weeks at this point or something. So I finally decided to answer it because I thought it was like someone trying to scam me. But like, would they really be this persistent for me specifically? No, they would just move on. In my opinion, I could just be an idiot. Which, in this case, later in the story, I am going to be an idiot. But so Sunday, I need to think about how I go across this story. So Sunday, when I pick up the phone, I say, "Hey, why are you calling me?" I don't think I said exactly that. But they just said, "Hey, you were on the list because you signed up for like just like a job interview or something. Maybe it was like 3 weeks ago, and like I can get you for like Tuesday, and yeah, like we could do Tuesday." Well, not did I say Tuesday? Damn, it might have been Wednesday. I don't remember. Fuck. No, I think it was Tuesday. Yeah. So yeah, we did an appointment on Tuesday. So actually, Tuesday was when my week started to get interesting. And I'm not gonna say what the job is yet. So Tuesday, I got into like a Zoom call with 250 people, and I like just like took notes and stuff, like listened to like the presentations and like all that the job entailed. And then, because the interview was split into two things. The first one was the presentations and stuff, and like the second part was like the person who held the meeting and doing like private interviews with people. And that's like the second part of the meeting is where like there was significantly less people, because like this person was taking 10 minutes to interview people at a time. So there was probably only like 10 people that made the cut or something. No, I think they said that the average like only 13 of you or something were gonna get the job, or like gonna be like interviewed for the job. But I was fourth in line. I did the interview, and from the way she was talking, like at the end of the interview, it made me seem like I wasn't gonna get the job. But guess what? I did. But, so good news, I got the job. Bad news though. You wanna know what the job was? It was vector marketing and Cutco knives. Which initially I thought that was a really good deal, but when I called my mom over it, like, "Hey, good news, I got a job," she was like really like, she was kind of skeptical of it, not of the company, like just like, "Why do you need a job?" It's because I want a job. I want to make money. That's why. Because I've never had a job before. I was an unemployed loser in high school, and I want to like know how working a job is like. And she said like maybe it's not the best thing to like be working in the fall, and I said okay, whatever. That's what you think. So I did some research on it, and literally every single like Reddit thread and like just article I found on this company, it said to run and not trust them, because if you don't know, vector marketing Cutco knives, it's like an MLM, which if you don't know what that is, it's basically a pyramid scheme, but you actually sell a product instead of telling people to invest in a product that doesn't exist. So it technically borders on the line of legality. And like I guess maybe I knew that like their like pay like system was a little bit unique compared to like, I don't know, working at like a McDonald's, but I didn't care. I just wanted to like have some job experience and stuff, and they made it seem like it was a good job to have. But I guess that makes me an idiot, because if I was smart, then I would have left the meeting and none of this would have happened. But they said like, hey, training is on Thursday and Friday, which also one more thing that like I wasn't even aware of. They said training was unpaid in the meeting, and I was fine with that. And when I looked up online, one of the complaints was it was like 15 hours of unpaid training. And I was like, wait. When I read that, I was like, wait, you get paid for training? Like, I was literally like Kenny from We're the Millers with the "you guys are getting paid" meme. It was bad. So So Wednesday, I was like, I like got in touch with them. It was like after Hispanic cinema class, so this was like at 8. I called them saying like, hey, I don't really want to do the job anymore. And they like kind of like try to bully me into like staying with them. Like, okay, well, if you say you're no longer interested, you can no longer work with us ever again. Because I said that, like potentially like maybe in a year when I um know more stuff about like how my college schedule works. That was kind of a lie. That's what my dad told me to say to them because like he said maybe in a year because like he trusts it. But like yeah, I didn't really once I read all this stuff, which the thing is also the complaints I like were aware of and just didn't care like from the Reddit threads and stuff. But the thing is they've worked the jobs like that I haven't even worked yet. So there's got to be something they're not telling me. And the thing is, I could just be pulling this out of my ass, but like they probably do pressure people to like make sales and stuff because I don't know if I said this, but like the entire like thing of the job is that you do presentations of knives to people. And how it works is you make a sale or not, and whether or not that happens, you like ask the person that you like try to sell them to like 5 or 10 other contacts. That's how like a MLM pyramid scheme works. So I was thinking the appointments have a $22 base rate anyway for like you doing them. So if like you never make a sale, they're gonna be losing money like higher like having you on the job. So they're gonna be pressuring you more to actually make a sale so they don't like lose money. I mean, it's gonna be a hard thing for them to lose money considering how much like how employed they are because like I looked, they have like 85% of their employment is college students because that's how they rope you in. There's a bunch of flyers like the one I signed up for across all the colleges in the United States. It's insane. And also the whole like 5 to 10 people like asking for like people to refer you to. That should have been one of the red flags I saw immediately because when I was like doing the survey that they sent at the beginning of the meeting, they said please recommend like 5 or 10 of your friends for us to call. And me being a gullible idiot, I put one of my friends' contact information on the list, and before you like come at me, I asked for their consent and they said yes. And then when I learned more about it, I immediately said don't fucking trust them and block them. So I don't think they're too mad at me, hopefully. So yeah, what else do I have to say on Vector Marketing / Cutco? Yeah, it's kind of a shame that like the one job I've gotten in like I don't know the past year and a half, I just didn't get because I found out it was a big fucking sham. But yeah. Whatever, I guess. I'll find a job here eventually. So what else really happened this week? Oh well, I'll tell you something cool at least, or like I don't know. It's like a kind of a weird, funny story. Literally, like 30 minutes or maybe like an hour or something after that happened, some girl knocked on my dorm room door and said, just opened the door. I opened the door and she said, hey, this is kind of a weird request, but can you get like, take the tissues off of like our like top shelf or something because they were too lazy to get it. By top shelf, I mean like, I don't know if you can see it in the camera. I might as well just open my closet. So this is the top shelf they're referring to. It's not that high, but like the people, like the 2 girls that like that lived in that dorm room, they were like a little bit short. But like I was it was nice. It was a nice thing to do. I was like, yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, I'll do that. And yeah, since I did that, one of the people actually like drew a picture of me. Like, yeah, I don't know. I guess they do that. They did that with like a lot of people. Like, I think I saw in my suite mate's room. They have one like a similar picture to mine, but yeah, here it is. I think it's pretty good. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say. Friday, which was yesterday, I think that's when I like truly started working on the Bye Bye Brazil paper, because I'm like, okay, I need to get this done, or I am gonna be cooked. I just am. And on Friday, for some reason, something else weird happened. A guy with the two girls from the dorm room I was talking about, like the one that drew me the picture and her roommate. Yeah, they came in and like just like were like, hey, can we use your bathroom door to get over to your like suite mate's room and like give them a lime? Yeah, so they gave them the lime and then they just like left after that. And like a couple hours later, I saw a lime in front of my door, and when I like talked to my suite mates about it, they were like, "Oh, they limed you or something." I feel like this is like a huge prank. I feel like this lime right here is the exact same lime that they gave to that the three people gave to them. But like I don't know, like one of my suite mates said something about like a TikTok trend where like you eat a lime whole. I feel like they're just fucking with me. But like, yeah, they said this had like three like drinks of alcohol, like 3 drinks of alcohol. This feels like a shot if you have it, and like, yeah, I don't know if I really want to do that, because like because if my suite mate truly ate his and this is not the one that the three people gave them, then how was he not like knocked the fuck out when I talked to them about it? So yeah, then the night of Friday, I like worked on like editing the previous Starbucks Saturday for one, and for two, I started working on the Bye Bye Brazil paper. Like, I think I started working technically on Thursday, but like I just did a singular sentence. So now I officially need to lock in and start doing that shit. So hopefully I can. Yeah, but I don't think I have much else to say. I just realized I haven't even drank much of this. What I've been doing mainly is just eating the egg things, and just talking about how shitty Cutco is. Oh yeah, by the way, also, it seems I wasn't wrong to like leave the company either, because like when I told other people about the whole thing, like when I looked online, some of the criticism seemed like just kind of like I didn't agree with it fully, but I was like, okay, just let's not risk it. But when I told other people, like they were like, dude, why the fuck did you even apply for that? Because like when I was like at the non-alcoholic bar, when I told just like someone about it, their reaction was like this. When I told them it was Vector Marketing and Cutco. So yeah, they can't really be trusted, but I hope you enjoyed this, even though it was mainly me rambling, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Maybe I might just take like a 3-week break or something, because I don't know if I'm going to be doing these things at like my mom's house or my dad's house or something like that, because like they might just have breakfast. I might just have breakfast with them on Saturday instead of doing this, and then like 3 weeks later I'll be back in college in my new dorm, and yeah, we can resume this. But just letting you know, take all this in one last time, because you're not going to see me in this room again, at least on a Starbucks Saturday. I might be doing other stuff, but like, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Oh yeah, right. Almost forgot. I didn't even rate the things yet. So the bacon bites thing, I'd probably rate that like it's definitely my favorite like breakfast food I've had for this series so far. Probably like an 8 or maybe a 9. I'm gonna retroactively move the jalapeno pocket. That's probably an 8. I'm not super sure, but like, yeah, this it's fine, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10. Yeah, all right. So now that I've done that, now I'll see you next time. So have a good day.